My name is Aileen. I was a San Diego Chargers season ticket holder. I have a Chargers tattoo on my wrist. And when the Chargers left for Los Angeles last year, I quit the NFL cold turkey. It's been a year now and I still don't watch any NFL. I don't pay attention to the Chargers. I've just removed it completely from my life. I moved to San Diego in 2008 and I didn't have any professional teams really in my background when I moved here. So I was really looking to connect with my new home and I adopted the San Diego Chargers as my team. I've always loved football, so I instantly became attached to the team. I became a season ticket holder and attended pretty much every home game. I absolutely loved the San Diego Chargers. My decision to let the Chargers go, I think developed when I knew that there was a plan for them to leave, or it felt like it could potentially happen. I didn't want to be completely let down if and when it did happen, but it was still a complete shock. I was traumatized that first day that it was announced that morning. It was like tearing a limb out of your body almost. I mean, that sounds dramatic, but it was a difficult time. And then being a season ticket holder also, when all we got was an email from Dean Spanos saying he was moving the team, that just felt like a cheap, excuse. Like, we didn't really get anything for all of our years of support, all of our money and time spent and dedication. It's just that level of disrespect and disconnect, not really understanding how to approach the situation with the San Diego fans. I just think it was really mismanaged. It wasn't handled well at all. It was really disappointing, to be honest. I kind of decided I'm not gonna follow the NFL. They're not gonna get any more of my money. I quit playing fantasy football, which is something I had done for years. I just stopped paying attention. I blocked everything from my social media, kind of like breaking up with an ex-boyfriend. I just cut it out so that it was easier to let go of it. And here we are a year later and football season's almost over. I haven't watched a single game this season. When you kind of take a peek behind the curtain, when you have a team ripped away from your city, you kind of understand the realities of it as a business a little bit more, or you force yourself to understand those realities. So knowing it's all about the money, knowing all of the statements we made as a fan base had no effect. You kind of have to come to grips with knowing that the team owners, they're just in it really for the money for the most part. So I think maybe that made it a little bit easier to let go of the league in its entirety because of knowing that background and knowing kind of the shady part of the business. The first Sunday, the first NFL football Sunday, I actually went hiking in Torrey Pines with my family. I almost forgot that football season had started again. It was the perfect day out in San Diego, so I spent it outdoors, and a couple friends of mine and I decided we were going to try to do football-free Sundays and try to do enjoyable San Diego activities, because why not? We live in America's finest city, so let's enjoy it. It was nice to have my Sundays back and have a full 2-day weekend to do whatever I wanted. It was definitely difficult to separate myself from supporting Phil Rivers and Antonio Gates and the long-time guys there, Daryl Stuckey, one of my favorites. I felt for them because this was a huge lifestyle change for them, and I want to support them and I want to see them do well, but to me it's just sad that their careers are essentially coming to an end in a place like StubHub Center in front of a different kind of fan. It's been sad. It's been really sad not being able to be a part of it. Ultimately, when they didn't make the playoffs, there was no surprise, and I don't think anyone in San Diego was really surprised. I'm sure a lot of people actually took some pleasure in it, and I can't lie and say that I didn't kind of laugh a little bit when I saw that happened again, because we've been through it so many times in San Diego. I kind of dread a little bit their success if they ever win a Super Bowl. I honestly don't think it'll happen under Dean Spanos. So, my pipe dream would be for somebody new to buy the team and move them to San Diego, and they bring us a Super Bowl here. That would be great. But until that happens, I'm not rooting for their downfall, but I'm not celebrating their success either. I would say that walking away from the NFL is not the right choice for everybody. It was the right choice for me, and I'm not saying that my choice to walk away from the NFL is better than anyone else's choice. At the same time, I would say that don't judge me for walking away. It was the right decision for me. It doesn't make me any less of a San Diego Chargers fan. I spent a lot of time and money dedicated to the team, so I feel good about being a fan of theirs and from walking away when they walked away from us. I don't like being told to get over it. It hurt a lot, so we all kind of cope in our own way, but I don't think it's right to just tell somebody to get over it. My loyalty to the San Diego Chargers were to the San Diego Chargers, and so when they decided to leave San Diego, that obviously broke their loyalty to our city, so I don't agree with saying that a fan that didn't follow them isn't loyal, because during their time in San Diego, I met and saw so many dedicated, extremely loyal fans. I know what the fan base was, and to say that they're not loyal because they didn't follow the team, I don't think that's true at all. Now that the Chargers aren't in San Diego, I can dedicate that to our other sports teams. I'm a Padres season ticket holder. I like going to Gulls games and just supporting what we have here in San Diego. There is absolutely life after the NFL. Yeah, I mean, especially in San Diego. They always used to say, oh, people don't go to games because there's so many other things to do in San Diego. Well, now they're forcing us to enjoy our city even more than we did before. So there is definitely life after the NFL. You can cut ties with it completely, and honestly, I don't miss it.